that she wanted some antidepressive pill, which is very common nowadays, to prescribe on the phone through online consultation.
Aftab might have emotionally blackmailed her. She was sending her WhatsApp messages and WhatsApp call recording, as in the voice recording, and he was only saying, if you don't come, I'll suicide.
The Shraddha murder case continues to get darker with each passing day. Now, in a fresh twist, CNN News 18 has accessed WhatsApp chats between Shraddha, her friends and her former boss. The chats have made some shocking revelations. Now, as per the chats, Aftab would beat and torture Shraddha repeatedly, and she even highlighted this to her manager at work. Now, Shraddha's doctor, on the other hand, has claimed that she had consulted him on phone around February 2021 regarding her depression, and she also made the doctor familiar with Aftab's violence and anger management issues. Now, a picture of Shraddha from 2020 has also surfaced, in which injury marks on her face can be clearly seen. Meanwhile, Saket Court has ordered Rohini Forensic Science Lab to conduct a narco test within 5 days.
So you are the counsel for Aftab, and yesterday they released an application for narco test. Can you tell us what were the details of the application and on what basis have they sought narco test?
The police has demanded for the narco test and the court has allowed for the narco test, and the police will be, perhaps police will today go for the narco test, and police will go today for the narco test. Most probably narco test will be done today.
Sir,
and in the narco test also the court has asked the consent from the Aftab, and Aftab has given his consent for the narco test. Because the police has a lot of work to be done, but police has police have very little time for the 5 days, so he has demanded for the 10 days remand, but the Honorable Court has given only 5 days remand. Till date, police has not able to collect substantial evidence. On that we have Aftab can be convicted. Police is trying to collect the body evidences, so he has asked for remand.
In 2020, a girl named Shraddha Walkar approached you and you had treated her. Can you tell us what had happened and what sort of injury was she having?
She came to us with a complaint of severe backache and neck pain. She had difficulty in walking and while walking and moving her neck. Within 2 to 3 days, she responded well to treatment, and then we discharged her. There were no external injuries at that time on her body, but it was a severe pain, so we thought of it as a spondylitis. We always try to extract history from the patient, but she didn't tell us any history of any trauma or any injury or any assault. She was accompanied by that person, that boy Aftab. While taking history from the patient, I asked to Shraddha and that boy also, but they didn't tell us any history about any assault or fighting. They told us that she was having symptoms since few days, and it's getting worse. That's why we treated her with that.
My colleague Anusha Soni spoke to Shraddha's work manager, who made some shocking revelations. Listen in.
I want to know from you, when is it that Shraddha reached out to you first? What kind of help she sought from you? And in what capacity did you know her, and for how long?
Finally, in the month of November 2020, what happened is she was beaten very badly by Aftab. And she then, actually called me telling me that, I can't report to work. My state is not good. So I asked her to send me a picture. So that I wanted to make sure that, everything was okay and she was not hurt that bad. And unfortunately, the picture she sent me, she was really hurt very bad under her right eye. There was a black patch. There were bruises on her neck. And that's when, I reached out to Godwin. He's one of my friends from Vasai, where Shraddha was residing at that point of time. So Godwin, along with his friend and help of Mahila Mandal, took Shraddha to the nearest police station to file a police complaint, where Shraddha actually gave a written complaint against Aftab. And after that, Godwin took her to the hospital to get her treated because she was hurt very bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Then suddenly, I don't know what happened, what Aftab told or promised Shraddha. But then she messaged me stating that she visited Aftab's house where his parents were living. And they promised her that Aftab will no longer live with her and he will no longer be part of her life and he will never harass her. So at that point of time, she was very happy that finally things are falling in place and this guy will be moving out and she will get out of the abusive relationship.
Yeah.
But for the next 2 months, again, next 2 or 3 months, she did not report to office, but she was working from home. Before that, what happened is after the incident of November, in the first week of December, Shraddha actually got hospitalized because of the beating she had, gotten from Aftab. And she had badly hurt her back and her neck, due to which she had to get hospitalized.
What you're saying also establishes that Aftab's parents were aware of his conduct and violence towards Shraddha all along.
Absolutely, absolutely. They were very well aware about what their son was doing with her. You could actually make out by looking at her face that she was moving into depression because of this reason.
My colleague Ridhima Bhatnagar had an exclusive conversation with Shraddha's friend. Listen in.
Could you first begin by telling us and our viewers, how did you know Shraddha? For how long had you known her?
It seems Aftab had physically assaulted her and had tried to strangle her, choke her. And she somehow escaped and she immediately wanted help. And she had nowhere to go. So she had immediately called her office for some help. And because it was far off for people to help her immediate basis, so they had tried to get in touch with my brother because we stay in the same vicinity. And at that same point in time, even I was available at home. So when this horrific incident happened, my brother narrated this to me. And immediately we got in touch with Shraddha and called her home. She immediately came to my house. The first appearance of her, me seeing her face to face, was very bad. After pacifying her, I got to know that she was being physically assaulted. Okay. And this was not the first time that this had taken place. This is the time when she took that courage. After listening to this, I immediately took her to the nearest police station, which was Tulin's police station, Nalasupara East. We registered the NC. After registering the NC on 23rd November 2020, same day I was just talking to her, got to know what she does, how she does it, what is Aftab into, and I also got to know he was a drug addict. He used to sell drugs for his living. He used to make a lot of money with that. And eventually next day she had come home again. I had called her and we wanted to seek women help because obviously she being a woman, she will not be able to disclose everything.
Sure, understandable.
Then we tried to get women help immediately. We took her to one of the centers and we narrated the entire story. And the women's center in fact initiated the inquiry immediately and told her, if you want, we will take legal action against Aftab and we will have him behind bars. And in the evening when she came back, during that course, afternoon and evening, I do not know what happened. In the evening her statement changed and she told us that she wants to take the case back and she doesn't want to take any legal action against Aftab. I think that time she might have got in touch with Aftab and Aftab might have emotionally blackmailed her, because the first day when she had come to my house, Aftab was calling her back to back, and when we were not taking his call, during that course he was sending her WhatsApp messages and WhatsApp call recording, as in the voice recording, and he was only saying, if you don't come, I'll suicide.